My brother Paul was a manager at McMenamins in the late 80s, and he was opening the new pub at the Fulton, and he asked me to paint a door to keep the customers from wandering back into the brewery. So I painted a door with a big hand that said patio to steer customers away from the back of the pub. And then I did a bunch of other projects there, like picnic tables and doors and everything like that. And then Mike and I sort of made a deal about a regular bunch of painting.
He's fantastic. I mean, he's a generational talent. His total creativity when he's doing a project, it couldn't be a simple painting because it had to be everything. It was a huge thought, it was a small thought, it was coasters, it was, you know, the state of the world, it was a mathematical puzzle, it was, you know, all kinds of different things. You know, he made it fun for him.
It's hard for me to put into word all the things I learned from Lyle. I think he set the brand for the company.
Lyle and Mike are artistic soulmates.
Yeah.
You know, it was a collaboration between the two of them. What they were able to do together artistically is phenomenal. They are both really lucky they found each other. Between the two of them, this thing was born that was more than either one of them. He didn't care whether it was high art or illustration, or he really, really didn't care about what label was going to be put on it. He was doing what he wanted to do, and that was a real gift.
Those 3 paintings I did for the Zeus Cafe are some of my best. I really had a lot of fun with those things. 2 of them are up in the main restaurant. As you walk in, they just hit you right in the face. And then the 3rd one of Al Winter is down in the basement. And they were intended to be seen all 3 together. That one painting of those 4 people sitting at the bar, I just still like looking at that one. It was so much fun to paint. It's of Little Rusty. She was a character from the history of that building in the 50s, had sort of a shady reputation. There was a lot of illegal activity in Portland at the time, so that was sort of an epicenter of some of that. There was a photo from 1943 of her sitting with her friends at a bar. And I just saw so much in the faces of those people, and I started making up stories about these 4 people and, you know, what was it like? And World War II was going on, and there were sailors everywhere, and the bars were like crazy down here. The picture invited all kinds of thought and speculation. I thought, well, I'm going to do my version of that picture. They called this area the Pink Triangle, or the Gay Triangle. And then the pink triangle, of course, was a symbol from Nazi Germany, a negative symbol. And I decided I would turn it into a positive thing. So the pool, which is the shape of the building, it's a nice soaking hot pink pool. And and it's instead of that building, and everybody's having a good time. The couples are emerging from the pool and landing in the next painting over. And there's a lot of other references. A lot of the people that were here, a lot of the people that worked in the bars. There's a famous movie from 1934 called Freaks, and there's a famous scene of these circus people sitting in front of a circus wagon. I used that as a model for Al Winter and his gangster friends posing like that. Only they're not in front of a circus wagon, they're in a sub-basement underneath some sewer pipes. And they're all singing together and having a good time down in the basement being gangsters together. The thing about the history of these guys is they weren't nice people, and I didn't want to do a painting of them that somehow, you know, embellished their memory somehow. I wanted to put in a little bit of my opinion of gangsters, a little bit, something, you know?
He wasn't real coachable. And that was his greatest asset, I think. I realized fairly quickly that if I asked him to maybe do a certain thing, he would kind of do it. So I became rather cagey about how I would interact with him on a particular subject to see if what would happen. But no, Lyle, you know, he's they don't come along like that.